Good morning. Yes, Jack went to the bathroom. Yes, he did. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 09.03.2025. Current time is 05:59 a.m. Wow, we're a minute early. Good morning. 05:59 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. This Monday or this Wednesday morning, we're halfway through the week. It's not the beginning of the week. Halfway through the week on a Wednesday, hump day. I am Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich here on Rumble, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on X. That's my mainstay for all these social media feeds. For all the other ones, just Google at Fireman Rich, or check the descriptions and the pages that you're on for the other links there. But just Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where else I'm at. But we are here on 7 platforms, a network of 7. We're on Rumble. We're on Locals. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Facebook Live. We're on X Live, and we're on Kick. Why? Just for kicks. And I want to say good morning to, I don't got the, well, maybe because I started. Good morning, Tina. Good morning. I can't get the comments. I think I started the comments aren't coming in, but then Tony's did come in. No, I'm not seeing any Twitch comments again. So I've got you on the surface 3, Tina. And salute to you, Tony. Hashtag positive start to the day. Good morning to the missus from Tony. Good morning to Tony, Mrs. from Tony. Good morning. My morning puke cleanup. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess I missed that one. And Tina saying good morning to Tony, and Tony saying hello to Tina, and we are getting comments on the Facebook or the YouTube as far as that goes. And we have there's Tina. Okay, good morning to the missus, Tina says. Okay, that one came in. Okay, so we'll keep check. We had a little problem with that Monday and stuff like that. So it's not really a problem. I still got the comments. I just but we're currently I'm seeing one person on Rumble, one person on Locals, nobody on YouTube as of yet. 3 people on Twitch, nobody on Facebook, and I got the tablet up here. We got 4 people on X Live. Good morning, X Live. That doesn't. These 2 numbers don't come in for some reason. I don't know why. So froze a little bit there. Let's see. Over on Kick, just for kicks, we have how many people we have over there? No, we don't have anybody on there as of yet. And then over on the Facebook, let's check the Facebook Live. Okay, that's the audio's there. It's good. Okay, Tony, thank you for that. And Tony's giving me his picks already. Okay, thank you, Tony. That's right. Okay, there we are. There's Tony's picks. Okay, got you in on the board there, Tony. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. I did get your text. If you're going to broadcast, I'll join the broadcast, but I don't have any desire to be in a fantasy football. I don't have. I'm not doing the football show anymore, but I don't think I'm going to have the extra time to do a fantasy football. Tony is getting the Belt Kings Fantasy Football League going, and they're going to do their picks tonight. And that means Belt Kings Fantasy Football will be returning on Sundays there. Tony's show, I believe, with Michael Bathurst is a guest, and I am a guest on Tony's show, and we do appreciate that, Tony. Belt Kings Fantasy Football. I think it's 10. What time do you usually start that? 9:30 or 10:30? I can't remember. I know it's something 30 in the Sunday morning. That is. So we got Tony's picks, and I'll plug those in, Tony. as far as that goes. We're still waiting on Captain Rehabs. You beat Captain Rehab, so maybe that's a prelude. You kicking his butt here this year. Let's see. I got Tony's. Oh, that doesn't work there. Let's see. I got to do this differently here. Okay, let's do it this way then. I'll put it in the text first, and then I'll go ahead and plug it in. That takes care of that. All right, Tony, I got your. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. You only got 14. You're missing a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're missing one. We're going to have to go over the games here. Let's see. Let's go over the games. Let's see. Let's check over an ESPN. You have, let's see. You got the Philly game. Oh, shoot. This is going to. What team are you missing? Let's see. Dolphins. Oh, this is going to be hard. I don't know. You're missing. Let's see. How many games are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 16 games, Tony. I've seen, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm counting 15 picks. There's 16 games, Tony. You're missing one. I don't know. I got to go down through the list. You got, let's see, you got Dallas. You're picking Philly. You got Los Angeles and Kansas City. You're picking Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Atlanta. You're picking. Oh man, this is okay. Here, we'll do it this way. Here, okay. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna figure this out for you. I'm trying to figure out what team you're missing, Tony. Let's see. You got the Eagles. You got the Chiefs. Okay. Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Did you pick the Tampa Bay and Atlanta game? Let's see. Cincinnati and Cleveland. You took the Bengals. Let's see. Miami Dolphins. You picked the Dolphins. Okay. Got that one. Las Vegas and New England. I think you took Las Vegas, didn't you? Took the Raiders. Okay. Las Vegas, Arizona, New Orleans. You took the Saints. Okay. New Orleans, Pittsburgh, and New York. Took the Steelers. Steelers, you took Washington. Okay, we got that game. You got Panthers. Okay, that's that game. Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, you got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. Tampa Buccaneers, okay. Tennessee, you got Denver. Denver, and then you get San Francisco. You got 49ers. Detroit, you got Lions. Detroit Lions, you got Los Angeles. Oh, you forgot the Monday night game, Tony. Minnesota, Chicago. Who are you going to pick? Minnesota or Chicago? Who are you picking? That's the game you missed. You're missing Minnesota and Chicago. So you need to make that pick. Tony, you still there? Tony is missing one. Good thing we started early. We got to figure out which one Tony missed. Oh, let's see. We don't want that. Okay, let's see. Let's put Tony's. Let's plug in so I can put that as a reminder. Missing. Minnesota, Chicago. Okay, you got to pick that game, Tony. Okay. So I got my picks. Tina gave me her picks. We got picks from Brian and let's see if Michael Bathurst is listening on the replay. You need to get your picks in also, there, my friend. Okay, let's see. So we're getting the broadcast started here. Just a little sideline there with the picks. Thank you, Tony, for the picks. And you're missing one. And but we are getting our day started here with a good cup of coffee. And for the hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD. I can fix my hair. Looks all messed up. I like it messed up. But we have a good fresh cup of coffee here. First cup of the day, and we're starting early, which is always a good thing. On this Wednesday, it's hump day. We're halfway there to working for the weekend. Oh, that coffee's good. That coffee is always good. And we're glad to have you here as far as everyone. And yeah, I already said that, Tina. I already figured it out. He's missing Vikings and he's missing the Monday night game. I figured it out. So Tony, you're still there. Go give me your pick, either Vikings or Bears. Okay, you're missing. There's 16 games. You need 16 picks. It's until they start making the bye weeks and stuff like that. So and I'm not going to notify you guys. Okay, just as a reminder. I know that sounds mean, but I spent a lot of. I was just looking at over the last couple of years, especially last year. I spent a lot of work. I got charts I got to make, and chasing after your picks is not my responsibility. I'm just playing the big boy guy. Don't take it personal or anything like that. It just that as far as putting it, and if I'm running late, I don't need to be doing extra work and stuff. And that's so. But I do appreciate your picks, and as far as that goes, and it should be a fun season here. I do have my picks. I'll name out my picks when we do the sports section here of the broadcast. But we are getting our day started here with the temperature. Oh, I thought that said 61. It's 51. 51 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to 10 degrees Celsius. And it was a nice day yesterday, gorgeous day. It's been a beautiful week so far, weather-wise, starting Monday. Monday was great as far as for Labor Day weekend. We had a parade in the village. We had a book fair at the library. Me and the missus went to. And I even picked up an item. I picked up a complete DVD set of Band of Brothers for $20 donation. I didn't have to give that much, but I gave that much because I didn't feel right to take that for anything. I should get. I could have put $5 in the thing, but I was very generous. We were very generous that day. With then we went down to the park. The vendors were there, and the kettle corn. I bought some kettle corn, and we had a chicken barbecue, and that was a good day on Monday. So we had a good time, and as far as that goes, and it was a great day yesterday, and a good day today as far as that goes. And let's see, what's the day going to bring today? You can feel autumn is in the air now. Autumn is in the air. We have the leaves changing, and still see a lot of robins out there still. But today we're going to have sunshine, a few afternoon clouds, high is 78. We're in the 70s now, 78 degrees Fahrenheit for today. Winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sun will be rising at 6:34. That's in 20 minutes. We're up before sunrise. I'm seeing fog out there right now too. The fog is I could see it off in the distance. It might become rolling in. But the sun will be rising this morning at 6:34. That's in about 20 minutes, and be setting later this evening at 7:37. It's getting dark earlier and earlier each day, as far as that goes. Tony, are you still there? Oh, he's probably back at work. We need your Viking Bears. Let's see now. Our world times and temperatures as I speak. I'm gonna go do that, I guess, huh? I guess I'm not used. I'm not used to this being up early. I guess. No, I'm used to being up early. Just getting started early. Let's see our world times and temperatures. Let me bring that up on the older than dirt iPad Mini, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii. If we can render it. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:15 a.m. They're just starting their day. Early. Um, Cloudy skies, little clearing, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, at 3:15 a.m., clear skies in Phoenix, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois, at 5:15 a.m. The Windy City is cloudy skies with a little clearing, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. In the concrete jungle of New York City at 6:16 p.m. a.m. Clear skies, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see, we'll start in New Jersey first. In New Jersey, central New Jersey, there, Tina is telling us that it's going to be 76 degrees Fahrenheit there for the high and 55 for the low, as far as that goes. And then Tony D down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, which is actually here, and then it's below Macon, and Macon is below Atlanta City, and it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit down there in Warner Robins, 84 for the high, 62 for the low, and clear skies down there in Warner Robins. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tina. Going across the pond to London, England at 11:16 a.m. Cloudy skies, 66 degrees Fahrenheit in London. In Milan, Italia, manja. It's lunchtime in Milan at 12:17 p.m. Sunny and clear, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Slipping over to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia at 6:17 p.m. in their early evening. Sunny and clear in Kuala Lumpur, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Tokyo, Japan at 7:17 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies, a little clearing, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent and great country of Australia, great friends and allies they are, and we do appreciate. In Melbourne at 8:17 p.m. in their evening, 55 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies. And over in Sydney, they have clear skies in Sydney at 8:18 p.m. in their evening, clear skies, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. And let's see. We do have a thought for the day, and it comes from an American car American executive, I guess they have him listed as, but he was in the car industry, and he was one of the driving forces to bring out the Mustang. But he didn't work for he worked at Ford before he became an executive, I guess. Lee Iacocca, and his actual name is Lindo Anthony Lee Iacocca, was an American automobile executive who developed the Ford Mustang, Continental Mark III, and Ford Pinto cars while at Ford Motors. He was a big influence at Ford Motors. A lot of people don't realize that. I think the car enthusiasts do. Ford Motor Company in the 1960s, and then revived the Chrysler Corporation as the CEO. I think he came out of retirement maybe at 1980s. Okay, and he was born in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Well, good for him. And his quote and our thought for the day, excuse me, goes as follows: motivation is everything. Everything. You can do the work of two people. Yeah, you can, if okay, but you can't be two people. Instead, you have to inspire the next person down the line, get him to inspire his people. So it's all about inspiring and being motivated and showing that motivation. Motivation is very important to be successful, and Lee Iacocca was successful. Um, his quote means a leader cannot simply outwork everybody. That's not a true leader. You could do the work and stuff like that, but you can't do the work of everyone to achieve the goal. Instead, the leader's primary role, and I've been in a leadership position when I was in the United States Air Force, so I know this firsthand, is to motivate and inspire, to lead, to let them know, hey, this is what needs to be done, and give them a purpose of why it needs to be done. But inspire the team, enable others to become motivated. If they become motivated, then they are learning the basic building block of becoming a leader down the line. And that's the greatest achievement of any leader, is the people that you inspire and motivate and lead, they become leaders down the line. And I've seen that in the Air Force. The troops that the young firefighters that I were under my wing, I tried to motivate them, inspire them, get to know them. They became great leaders afterwards. Actually, a couple of them retired at higher rank than I did. But you enable others to become motivated and in turn inspire their own team. They become leaders. It's creating a chain reaction of positive drive and productivity within the organization. And Lee Iacocca, I tell you, he represented that. So a great quote from a great American executive, Lee Iacocca. Thank you, sir. God bless and Godspeed. He was a good guy. I liked him. He probably was a hard-nosed executive too, but he's one of those business giants there that he got things done. He did get things done. Okay, our national day today. Let's see what we have here on the docket here. Our national day. Okay, we have what's this? National Welsh Rabbit Day. What is Welsh? I'm not even going to go there. I don't eat rabbit. My older brother used to hunt rabbit and he ate it, I guess. But I can't. No. Let's see. The only one we have is U.S. bowling leagues. Is that the only one? Let me see. Let me check this out further. We got to check this out further. What's today's national day? Let's see. What is today's national day? Because the one I have isn't. Well, they have the same too, right there. Is that it? That's the only two they have on the national calendar? Don't we have another one? Let's see. Let's check some other national calendars today. Do we have anything? Let's see. Today is the 3rd. Skyscraper Day? Can we do that one? National Skyscraper Day? I don't. Are we going to have one at all? Well, you know what? Seeing that, I'm gonna go with National U.S. Bowling League. So we'll go with Bowling League Day. We'll go with that one, folks. let's give it to the bowlers, okay? It's we're coming out of summer, we're going into autumn and winter, so it's an indoor sport. I do bowl. Me and the missus bowled a while back. I think it's been at least 3 or 4 months since we went bowling and stuff. I do we bowl. I got to bring that back to the broadcast as far as on Friday nights. The Friday we'd still have the Friday. I know Captain Rehab wants the main event of me and the Miss and duking it out on the Wii for Wii boxing. I gotta look at that again so far as that bringing it out. But we're gonna go ahead and go with U.S. Bowling League Day. Hashtag U.S. Bowling League Day. Each year, league bowlers across the United States recognize U.S. Bowling League Day on September 3rd. Does that mean the bowling leagues start? Primarily an outdoor sport until 1840, the game was called nine pins and was popular with gamblers. To snuff out the gambling, the state of Connecticut banned the game in 1841. As a result, indoor lane owners added one pin to their alley to circumvent the law. Oh, you just add one pin. Clubs tried organizing and creating set rules. However, it wasn't until 1895 when the American Bowling Congress came together in uh, Beethoven Hall in New York City. Beethoven. The American Bowling Congress established a maximum score of 300, which is still the standard today. I almost bowled a 300 once. They also determine other rules such as lane length, width, and distance of pins. So let's see. Welsh Rabbit is obit. I don't know what that means, Tina. What is? Let me go back to Welsh Rabbit. But we're going to go with National U.S. Bowling. I don't know what Welsh Rabbit. If it's food with rabbit, I won't eat it. No, I'll eat venison, but I won't eat rabbit. No, or any other little critter. Let's see. What's National Welsh Rabbit Day? It's cheese. Oh, it's a cheese. Oh, is that what it is? I've never had that type of cheese. Really? It's a cheese. Okay. Okay, here it comes up. National Welsh Rabbit. Oh, Rarebit Day. Rarebit Day. Okay, whips up a tasty and satisfying snack. What is a rare? It's a cheese. Oh, it's a cheesy toasty toast. It's cheesy toast was originally called rabbit in a tongue-in-cheek way of the Welsh language because there was no rabbits in the meal. Okay, hashtag rare bit day. Okay, I misread that. I'm sorry. Well, you guys take your pick. That's the other one. It's similar to mock turtle soup having no turtle in it. Oh, okay. It's a pun on words. Okay, I got you, Tina. Thank you. I've had. Okay, it's cheesy bread. That's all it is, really, right? Okay. I was wondering. I was looking at the picture, and the picture it had tomato, and it looked like okay, it was a bread. Okay, it's like okay, it's cheesy bread. Okay, all right. This both of them aren't all okay. We're gonna go with bowling day. I like bowling day better. I like cheese and stuff, but I actually lately I have not been eating cheese for what a couple months now. I think we're sort of getting away from the cheeses and stuff like that. Me and the missus. So okay, so you guys take your pick. Those are the two national days today and stuff like that. They're sort of weak when you only got two selections as far as that goes. So that's interesting. Let's see. Yesterday we did do the audio podcast over there on Spotify for creators, and we talked about an interesting story that involves going into orbit around the Earth on the International Space Station, to where they're going to be making or manufacturing these crystals for drugs, for cancer drugs, and I guess to manufacture them in outer space, that weightlessness environment, it does something to the creation of the crystals, and it makes better cancer fighting drugs. Says the startup, a startup that's using crystal technology. It's BioOrbit believes that space is the final frontier for drug manufacturing because of the unique properties that can be achieved while synthesizing drugs in microgravity. So they're going to be doing that, and so does that mean it's just a theory right now? We don't have any actual drugs, I think, on the market to fight cancer. But if it would enhance and be an advancement in the fight of cancer, that's a good thing. As far as it just costs a lot, I guess. Well, you can't produce a weightless environment here on the Earth. You can, but it's just not cost effective, I guess, as far as that goes. Um, a key factor for this at-home cancer drugs would be turning their compounds into more shelf-stable crystal structures. This would allow the drugs to go from being delivered intravenously with a syringe to an easier at-home injection method like an EpiPen. Okay, the EpiPens that people, if they have allergies, they have an EpiPen that administers. So um, that would be good. That would be good. That would be a good thing as far as that goes. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. We do repurpose this broadcast on Spotify for creators. That's why I have the Fireman Rich audio podcast, and we do appreciate Spotify, and we appreciate the listens that we get from the audio podcast, and also the repurposing of the Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning coffee over there. Spotify gets it done for me as far as that goes. And it's a great platform. I do enjoy the platform as far as it goes. I know some people have knocked it, but they just want to move on to something new, I guess. Somebody always has to have something new. They can't be satisfied with what they have. I tell you, I am satisfied immensely with what I have as far as for live streaming, as well as for putting up audio on these interwebs. I mean, we got a vast selection. I know back in the Haps days, we were wondering, oh, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Well, back then, all we had was YouTube and Twitch. Can we broadcast on YouTube? Yeah, we could broadcast on YouTube, but those were the only two. But we expanded now. We have Rumble now. We have, well, of course, we had Facebook Live back then too. I never really used Facebook Live back then. I use more Facebook now than I think I ever have since its inception. I always had that thing that I don't really care for Mark Zuckerberg, but I've let that go. Let it go, Rich. I let it go. So I guess Facebook is okay. Okay, I don't have the actual platform. I don't have any gripes against. It's just once I figured that out, I guess I'm not a Zuckerberg fan and stuff like that. So though he did meet with the president, so that's encouraging after the election. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do 100 years ago today with Roger Luther. Boy, it's 6:33. I'm early, ain't I? I like that. I like being early. Um, let's go ahead and do 100 years ago on Fox 40, where, full disclosure, I have no affiliation with. I just we show 100 years ago. To give you an idea what the news was like 100 years ago here for the southern tier of upstate New York, which is my home. It's some pretty interesting stuff. So that's the major news for the day. For the local area, it was, at least. Okay, we'll go ahead and do a present on this. I did bring it up here. I got to get this. I forgot to set this up. Let's set this up here. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this back. Okay, so this is 100 years ago as of September 1st, which would be Monday. And let's see. We do play this on the audio podcast. So I did hear this yesterday on the audio podcast, and it's got some pretty good ones here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. If I remember how to do this. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to share. And we bring it into present mode. There we are in the present mode. And this is 100 years ago from September 1st, 2025 on Fox 40. Again, no affiliation with Fox 40, just showing you what the news was 100 years ago. And it's pretty interesting. I don't work there, along with the other news and radio entities that I show their articles from the webpage. It just give you a bird's eye view of the where I live at, and it's some. I find it interesting. That's why I'm presenting it. So let's go ahead and listen to this one.
Welcome back. Well, it's Monday, which means it's time to take a look back into what made news today 100 years ago. Broome County historian Roger Luther joins us. 100 Years Ago is presented to you by UHS.
100 years ago today, according to the latest census report, the population of Binghamton is now 72,000. That's an increase of 5,000 over the last 5 years. 60 students have registered for classes in the new Binghamton Hebrew School at the Sons of Israel Synagogue on Exchange Street. A total of 157 prisoners were sent to the Broome County Jail during the month of August. Out of that number, 107, or 2/3 of them, were sentenced for public intoxication. And finally, Prohibition agents raided an establishment on Main Street Saturday where they found a trick two-way faucet being used. Turning the faucet one way dispensed legal near beer, but turning it the other way produced real beer. The proprietor was arrested. And that was the news, September 1st, 1925.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. 100 years ago, they were trying to pull a fast one. They were trying to pull a fast one on the law enforcement with the double spit, what did they say? A two-way faucet, as far as they have. Oh, this is non-alcohol. It's not alcohol. Wait a minute. What do you got a switch there? And they flip the switch and they get regular beer. Well, there was Prohibition 100 years ago, folks. So that's funny. That is funny as far as that goes, folks. That is really funny. And Tina, you laughed at that one. That's a good one. Prohibition. They were still fighting Prohibition here in the southern tier of upstate New York. At those, I wonder how many of those faucets. You got to figure if they caught on one faucet, they. Oh my Lord, that is so funny. That is so funny. Yeah, that is slut. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me get back here. Let's get back here. That's funny. Oh, and what else did they have there? They had, agents raided the established on Main Street and found a two-way faucet dispensing legal near beer. Okay, that's non-alcohol beer, and then but turning it produce regular beer. Oh, and the first one, it said 100 years ago, according to the latest census, the population of Binghamton is now was 72,000 back then. I checked it. The population of Binghamton today is 47,000. So they lost 30,000 since then. It's just a small city, Binghamton is. And as far as that goes, hey, deplorable rabbit cheese sounds odd. Yeah, it's rare bit cheese. The proper pronunciation is rare bit cheese. And I see that Rumble's running a little. You might want to refresh to catch up there. Deplorable. We talked about that a couple minutes ago here. We're on 100 years ago. And he's probably watching 100 years ago here now. But good to have you here, Deplorable. Glad to have you here. Thank you very much. And yeah, Binghamton only had 47. Is only 47,000 according to the latest census. So it was a booming town back in the day. Now it's just a mild, small, upstate new little city. It's not as big as Syracuse. I think. What's the population of Syracuse? Let's see, Syracuse. No, let's see, Binghamton. Binghamton pop. in 2025. Let's see that. Yeah, the current population is 45. In 2025 is around 45,600 people. Okay, so back 100 years ago, there was more people in Binghamton. They had a population that was 72,000. So where did that other 30 some thousand go? As far as that goes, that's and then let's see, Syracuse. That's Syracuse population is 144,782. Okay, so that's the big difference. Where New York City, I think they're in the millions. New York City population is 8.48 million. Okay, so that's the difference of the cities here in New York. Binghamton's is just a small city. It's just a small city, folks, as far as that goes. In other history here, we had in 3001 AD, San Marino, one of the smallest nations in the world and the world's oldest republic, still in existence, was founded by Saint Marnus. San Marino, that's in Italy. That's a country that's within Italy, San Marino. 1976, Viking 2 landed on Mars to shoot the first close-up colored pictures of the planet's surface. I remember that. That's the year I graduated high school. And Pope John Paul I, beloved for his outreach, compassion, and more modern outlook, was installed as the 264th Pompet on the Roman Catholic Church in 1978. That's John Paul I. That's was he from Poland? Huh. Let me see. John Paul Pope John Paul. I thought the Polish. No, okay. No, the Pope John Paul II was the Polish one. Who's John Paul I? Oh, Pope John Paul I was head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of Vatican City from 26 August to 1978 until his death. Oh, he passed away 30 days later. Okay, that's right. His reign is among the shortest in history. And he was an Italian. He was born in Italy back in 1912, and he was only 65. He was only 65 when he passed. And that's when John Paul II, he's the Polish Pope. I liked him. He's my favorite Pope. I think the one that's Pope now is going to be one of my favorites because he's an American. Always go with the home team. God bless them both. As far as God bless and Godspeed to both Pope John Paul I and Pope John Paul II. Two good men. 33 days he only reigned. Wow. Let's see. What else do we have for news? Let's see. What do we got here on the AP side? We're still running early. We're going to have an early break, I guess. So just to recognize, we have a total of 6 people here that you can see right up over here. We got 1 person on Rumble, 2 people on Locals, nobody on YouTube, 3 people on Twitch, and 0 people on Facebook. X Live, we have 6 people. So there's 7 people now. There's 7 people now. What do we pick up there? Oh, we got a fourth person on Twitch. And let's see. The deplorable is catching up on the broadcast here. The Zuck part lizard. Yeah, Zuckerberg. Yeah, okay, deplorable. I see. I think deplorable's watching the stream right now on Rumble. Okay, as you can see the Rumble logo there, and Rumble is running he's watching a little bit delayed to where we're at as far as that goes. Captain Rehab. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, you got 16. And Captain Rehab is giving us our things there, our picks. Tony D is still lacking one. You didn't give me Monday Night Football there, my friend. He probably did that on purpose. Okay, let me plug you in, Captain Rehab. Thank you very much. Oh no, we don't want that. We don't want that file. We want the other file. We want the other file here. Okay, there we go. Let me plug you in, Captain Rehab, for week 1. Very good, sir. Now all we need is Ted's, and then we got the full crew. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try this again. Let's put it in on the thing here, and then copy and paste it again. Thank you for getting them in on time. So I think this will work. If you guys, let's see. Let's bring this back. Boom, boom, boom. Copy that, and then we paste it. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got you. We got you in there, Captain Rehab. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And good morning to you, sir. Coming in from the city of brotherly love and saying hi to his Auntie Tina, as far as that goes. And there it is. He's saying hi to Auntie Tina. Good morning. And then Tina is laughing, and he finally saw you. He's finally getting his picks in. No, we're still waiting on Tony. Tony's missing the Monday night game. He only gave me 5. Just remember, if I say 16, that means 16 picks. When we go into a bye week, I'll remind you on the broadcast here. It's all going to be done through the broadcast, Monday and Wednesday leading up to Thursday night. Okay, because we'll talk about that more in the sports section. What are you doing, Buggy? You tearing up the seat over there? Okay, to continue with our history segment here. It was September 3rd, 1783, representatives of the United States and Britain signed the Treaty of Paris, which officially ended the Revolutionary War and recognized U.S. sovereignty. So the Brits finally said, you know what? Okay, you guys can have your country. 1861, during the Civil War, Confederate forces invaded the border state of Kentucky, which had declared its neutrality in the conflict. They didn't want to go either one. In 1894, the United States celebrated the first federal Labor Day. And let's see, what else did we have here? What's that? In 1939, on this day, Britain, France, Australia, and New Zealand declared war on Germany 2 days after Nazi Germany invasion of Poland. In a radio address, Britain's King George VI said, "With God's help, we shall prevail." And deplorable, he's hitting the. I don't know. Are you hitting the beers early there, deplorable? I guess it's 3:30 in the afternoon somewhere, so I guess you can. That's the excuse we always used to use. Let's see what else in history here. Let's put the banner back up. In 1943, Allied forces invaded Italy during World War II. The same day, Italian officials signed a secret armistice with the Allies. They changed places as far as they didn't want to be associated with the Germans anymore. And that's it for history on this day, as far as that goes. And we're going to go ahead and do Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball starting this past Monday. The Mets beat the Tigers 10-8. And let's see, the Phillies beat the Brewers 10-8 also. But the Yankees did not play Monday. That was a holiday. And then yesterday we had the the Mets beating the Tigers again, 12-5. That's a good thing. And the Phillies, that's Captain Rehab. The Yankees beat the Astros 7-1. And let's see, I don't think the Phillies played yesterday. Nope, not seeing the Phillies. I guess they were off yesterday. Today, we have the Phillies win was very controversial. Oh, was it? On what? Monday night? Oh, wait a minute. Phillies played. Yeah, Monday night they played. It's 10-8. Is that the game that was controversial? I didn't hear anything about it. I'll have to look that up later there, Captain Rehab. They did not play Monday night. It must have been Monday night then. Did not hear anything about that. So I'll have to check on ESPN there for the article. Okay, that Monday. Okay, I'll check that here after the broadcast and stuff. Let's see. For tonight, the Mets will be playing the Tigers again at Tiger Stadium at 1 p.m. No, this afternoon they play 1:10 p.m. And then umpire missed call in ninth inning that swayed the game to the Phillies. Oh, okay. Well, that's umpires. They've done that in the past. So Phillies will be playing the Brewers tonight at 7:40, and the Yankees and Astros play down there in Houston, I guess, at 8:10 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow, Thursday night, we have the Phillies and Brewers again. Yankees play the Astros tomorrow, and the Mets are off. Okay, and we'll catch that yesterday. The U.S. Open is still going. I'm not sure who. Let's see. The two Italians, they play today against each other, and then you have the Canadian and New Zealand playing today. As far as in the men's single, and the women's. Let's see. I guess there's the American that's seeded fourth. He's making it to the playoffs. So this goes to Saturday. Saturday, I guess, is the final. So it's whittling down as far as that goes. And let's see. Let me clear this out here. Let's catch up on the thing. Yeah, okay. Captain Rehab telling us the Monday night game was controversial because he missed the ninth inning, calling the ninth inning, which I guess it happens. Please give us your tennis picks. I want the Italian to win. I like the Italian as far as that goes. On the men's side, always an American on the women's side. I think we'll see what happens. Who's that girl? She's from Buffalo. I think she's still in it. As far as that goes, and Captain Rehab, yeah, right back at you, Captain Rehab. As far as football, Captain Rehab, that the Kurt Warner one, I'm going to have to rent it from YouTube. It's not on Netflix, and I don't have Amazon Prime, so we're working on watching that movie, The Missus and Me, and stuff. We did watch a good movie last Saturday. I was looking on Netflix. I said, wait a minute, it's not on Netflix. And I can rent it, I guess, for $3 off of YouTube, which I'll probably do because you said it's a good story. So I like the preview. The preview, I saw the preview of it, and it's like, whoa, that looks like a good story. There's a lot of things I saw in that preview I didn't realize. I didn't realize I thought he played in the Canadian Football League. I didn't realize. I just vaguely remember him being arena football when that was taking, and he ate it up. He lit it up in arena football. So I'll be watching that, and I do have my picks. Of course, for football, we have who is the women's? Let me check the women's here. Women's, what's her name? Did she win yesterday? The one I wanted to. Let's see, Tuesday. Yeah, the one that won yesterday. She's rated fourth right now. She won yesterday, 6'3", 6'3". Pigola. I want her to win. and I want Sinner to win for the. I don't know the Americans. I want the Italian to win. I like the kid. Does he play today? No, that's on the men's side. Let's see on the men's side. Yeah, Sinner. Sinner is playing his countryman who's ranked 10th, so he should win that. I want Sinner to win the men's. So that's for the tennis. Now, getting to football, we have the first week of actual NFL football taking place here tomorrow or tonight. No, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Thursday. Today's Wednesday, Rich. Let's don't get too excited. The first game tomorrow night will be Dallas against Philly. I think I picked Philly on that game. That's going to be on NBC, NBC's Peacock channel. I do have Peacock. Thank you, Spectrum. Spectrum has it on the added it to their lists there, so I can watch them now. Or watch on Peacock, which I greatly appreciate it. So that's our first game tomorrow night is Dallas in Philly, and I'm going with the boys from Philly as far as that goes, the Eagles on that game. The next game, Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Oh no, we got a Friday night. Friday night, it's Kansas City and Los Angeles Chargers. I picked the Chargers. Okay. That's the team I picked. And then we have going into Sunday. There's no games on Saturday. It's not preseason anymore. So we have Sunday games, Tampa Bay and Atlanta. That's going to be on Fox at the 1 o'clock. These are the 1 o'clock games. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. We have Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I picked Tampa Bay. Bengals and Cleveland, I picked the Cleveland Browns. Miami and Indianapolis, I picked Miami. Las Vegas and New England, I picked New England. Arizona and New Orleans, I picked Arizona. And then Pittsburgh and New York Jets, I'm going to pick the Jets. I'm staying with the New York teams. I think Pittsburgh will win that game, but this is in Jersey there for New York. So we'll see. I'm going to pick that's not really an upset. I think either one of those teams can win. So I'm picking New York, sticking with the New York team, as well as the New York Washington team. I think the Giants, they're going to beat the Washington Commanders. Excuse me. They should change it back, but I won't say that until they change it back. Let's see. So I'm picking New York Giants. I think they're going to have a good year this year. Let's see. The next game, the last 1 o'clock game is Carolina and Jacksonville. I am picking Jacksonville as far as that game goes. I'm picking Jacksonville. Of course, they're the home team. The 4 o'clock games, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Tennessee and Denver. I am picking Denver. Denver showed that I think they can be I think they're going to be a good team this year. San Francisco and Seattle. I always say Seattle's tough at home, but I don't think they're the same Seattle team. Yeah, that's the person, Captain Rehab. Yeah, that's the person there that I want her to win. I think she's from Buffalo. Jessica Piga. That comment didn't, for some reason that comment didn't come up in the thing. Let's see. I want to see where she's from. Let's see. Let me plug her name. Jessica P E G Pegula. Yeah, she's an American professional tennis player. She's has a career high rank of singles as number 3, achieved in October 2022. Doubles world and number 1 seed. And she's from Buffalo, New York. Okay, yeah, the girl from Buffalo. That's who I want. She's 31 years old, and I want her to win it all. I hope she wins it all. She's ranked number 4th in the thing there, Captain Rehab. So. Yeah, that's the one. That's the person. She's from Buffalo, New York. So, go Buffalo. Okay, continuing with my picks here. Where did we leave off here? Let me see. Where did we leave off? Let me bring up my my ESPN page. Oh, the San Francisco 49ers and um, Seattle. I would say Seattle's tough at home, but I'm going with the 49ers. Detroit and Green Bay. I'm going with Detroit. I think Green Bay will probably win that, but I'm going to go with Detroit. If Detroit loses, that I think that's going to. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's a divisional. Next game. This is my upset game. You got Houston Texans against Los Angeles Rams, and I'm picking Houston to beat Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles. And then our Sunday night game at 8:20 on NBC is going to be Baltimore and Buffalo. I'm, of course, full disclosure, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Go Buffalo, Buffalo Mafia, Buffalo. I picked Buffalo. And then the Monday night game that we're waiting for Tony to give us his Monday night pick, because he only gave us 15 picks. Captain Rehab, Tony, gave me 16. You're slacking there, my friend. Let's get on the stick. just kidding. For the Monday night game, and that's going to be on ABC, of course. Minnesota and Chicago. I'm picking the Bears. They're playing at home in Chicago. The Bears, I think, will be a good pick. So those are my picks, and we're still waiting for picks. I don't know if Ted Hicks is going to be. I haven't talked to Ted Hicks probably since last year. It's been a while. So, but with that, that's my picks, and that's the games that we'll be playing on this weekend, the first week. So we got through that. That's good, and that's our first hour right there, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and I don't think Tony's with us, or else he would have. I'll DM. I will do the occasional reminder. No, actually, I'll see him tonight because he's going to be doing. Tony D will be doing. I don't know if he's going to live stream it. I think he might. He might. We'll see. I don't know. He is going to. What was it? What was the DM he sent me? Messages. Let's see. Tony. He says, yeah, he's going to do the draft at 7 tonight. Are you in on that? That are you in the Bell Kings Fantasy Football League there, Captain Rehab? Captain Rehab says Tony D. Rich just told you to get on the stick. I'll tell you to get on the stick too, Captain Rehab. So don't make any big deal about it. I'll get on your case just as well.
Boy, you can.
Misses. Yeah. But this is how we're going to work it as far as getting the picks in, either Monday or Wednesday. Okay. And I know you can whisper me. I got Brian's. Brian, he beat us all. He got his. Brian was the first one to get his picks in. So, and Captain Rehab says I am okay. Okay, I'm out of coffee, so we're gonna go ahead and take a little break here. And man, it's nice being early, as far as that goes. Captain Rehab laughing. Let's see. See now that those last two, there's something going on with Twitch and Rumble. Some of them are coming through, some of them are not. Like I didn't get those last. Okay, yeah, daughter. She's the daughter of the Buffalo Bills owner. Oh, the Buffalo Bills owner. Really? Okay, you told me that before. I should get on the stick. Yeah. If I'm remembering. That's right. That's why. Okay, she has a connection to the Buffalo Bills. That's why I like her.
Don't worry, Tony. I tell Rich to get on the stick all the time.
Okay, I'm going to take a break. That's the missus. She kicks the butt there as far as getting me going. Yeah, Captain Rehab, those comments didn't come in. I see it on the Surface 3. So, as a broadcaster, you should always have backups to your systems. I'm a strong believer in backup systems and stuff like that. And that goes back to when I was in the Air Force. We always had a backup plan and stuff. And then when I worked at IBM and the day job on all those places, we always had backup procedures and stuff like that. So as far as that goes. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and take a break here and get a fresh cup of coffee, and I will be right back. So just hang in there, and we'll see you in a few minutes there. Okay. And we'll be right back with Bubblegum Ball Game. Bubblegum Ball Game. No sound. Thank you, Big Juice. I'm sitting here just talking away, and I forgot that I'm always forgetting something. Yeah, it's always in there. Thank you, Big Juice. No, no, I saw that on the Surface Tree. So, but Rich Roberts with the sound on. The people that listen to this on Spotify for creators is like after the music, there's just a big blank spot, and they're trying, what's going on? But if you watch the video, I'm just yap, but no sound. Thank you, Big Juice. Big Juice on the ball there. But I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here for the second half of the Wednesday morning coffee for 09.03.2025 at Rumble Video Broadcast on this 09.03.2025 day. And the current time is 07:11 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. And Tina says, gotta go. Hal's on. Okay, say hi to Hal there, Tina. We'll see you later. And Big Juice says, that's okay, Rich. It's 7 a.m. Everyone's still liquored up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see you later, Tina. Bye. And yeah, it's 3. We always say when I used to work over in Italy, when I was stationed in Italy and worked as a firefighter, when we get off of duty that morning, we go to the local bar. And this is like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'd say, hey, it's 3:30 somewhere in the world. And Big Juice saying bye to Tina. And when I was there the first time, man, we owned the place for the good portion of the morning, stumbling back into the barracks. Did I ever do that when we were over there? I'd stop afterwards for maybe one beer. What? I'm trying
to think if you were on 24-hour shift in Italy and stopped in the morning.
I never stopped beforehand. Some of the guys would do that.
Before going to work?
Yeah. No. I think once in a while I did stop. I didn't stop all the time though. For a cappuccino and maybe you know what it was? It was for a coffee dough. I don't think I really drank that much in the morning.
Well, I hope not. Not if you're heading to work.
No, not heading to work. This is after getting off of duty that morning. Big Juicy. Yeah, that's the first time I was in Italy. We would get hammered and go back to sleep. That's back in my idiotic, stupid single days there and stuff like that. So thank God I didn't drive back then. Well, I did drive, but I didn't. Actually, I didn't drive that much. I only had the car for about a month and a half before it blew a rod and stuff. So I didn't really have a car when I was there. Let's see. What was it like what was it like in Italy? Italy was great. I loved Italy. Both the first time, over in Italy. Okay, over. What was it like over in it? It was great. I loved it. The first 2 years I was in the Air Force, couldn't ask for a better place to be stationed at in Italy. And then I left Italy, went to Hanscom Field, Massachusetts. I was there for a year, went to the Philippines, came back to at Wallace Air Station, went back to Hanscom. After Hanscom, I went to Korea. And after Korea, I came back in 85 at Griffiths Air Force Base. That's where I met the missus here in Tioga County and where I grew up. And she honored me, and I don't know why. She married me, I guess. It was a... but we've been...
a sure thing.
Yeah, sure thing. And then after Griffiths, we went back to Italy after we got married. I had to go back. We went back over there. They needed my skills, I was told, because I said, man, I'm traveling around here. And then we were over there for 4 years. And then we came back to Wichita, Kansas, to McConnell Air Force Base. And then after McConnell, took an assignment to Yokota Air Base in Japan. So, but Italy was the best. Italy was the best, and even the missus, she, I guess we consider that our second home almost. It was very. I think we would go back over there if we.
We were gonna stay there, remember? But we decided
Yep.
we had to go home sometime.
Yeah, we could have stayed over there we could have extended, and I don't know, maybe we should have.
I know.
Yeah, because then we would have.
Well,
No, because if I would have, I probably would have been TDY to the war a lot, or over in the desert. I would have took some.
that's true.
So I don't know. I loved it there. Italy is great. If you get a chance to go to Italy, the only bad thing about going over to Europe now, and we were talking about things yesterday during our PUBG Battlegrounds game playing there with Wingnut. He's over in Scotland. And I told him the only thing I don't like about going back to Italy is that they have the European Euro. I'm not a fan of the European Union. I don't really care for it because as far as I think I don't know. There's something about the European Union that I do not like. I can't really put my finger on it, but it doesn't give me any warm fuzzies. So in Italy, you had lira. I loved having a 1,000 lira bill in my hand because it was just, or the coins were something. European Union is like, so I think what the European Union does, it takes away from the actual country's identity, because everything's about the European Union now. It's just like, okay. But they're individual countries. Well, here in the United States, you have individual states, and we're always thinking it's about the country. Yeah, but the states are all unique and stuff like that. I think maybe, I don't know, European Union, there's strength in numbers and stuff. I could see that, but there's something I don't really care about the European Union. It just it's almost like so, and I'm sort of happy that the UK isn't involved in it and stuff. So. It just seems like it's an extra layer of bureaucracy and stuff like that. Is it really good for the people over there? I don't know. We don't really hear that much. We don't hear that much news about what's going on and stuff like that. Which there's a lot of stuff going on over there, but that's for them to fend and stuff like that. So let's see here. We're on our second half. See, I didn't get that comment either. I just looked down. Let's see. Big Juice says she kidnapped you and you've been lovebirds ever. Yeah, 30. It'd be. She won't. She doesn't mean that. That's just like. Let's see. 2025. See, I can't remember off the top of my head, so I got to do the math. Oh, 39 years. We've been married 39 years, so that's this next month. Next month will be 39 years we've been married. Traveling the world and isn't like what it was 30 years ago. I get it. Yeah, the traveling. I don't think I would be nowadays. Probably the only place I would even consider thinking about going to would be northern Italy. As far as overseas, as far as Hawaii, I got the shirt. I got this in Hawaii when I was there when I was there with the kids when we were still in the service. We vacationed in Hawaii before. This is back 97, so it would have been the summer of '96. We were in Hawaii. Pam and the kids. They were kids still then. The children. And we had a good time. We spent 2 weeks there at the Halikoa on Waikiki Beach. That's an Armed Forces Resort hotel there. And that's where me and the missus spent our honeymoon there when we got married back in '86. And I was there once before that, but I got a room at Hickam Air Force Base for the overnight because I flew out of San Francisco. They touched down in Hawaii accidentally. They said they maxed out their flying hours, so it's like, wait a minute, the C-5s have all been grounded for the last week or so. I was stuck at Hickam Air Force Base there, returning to the Philippines. So we stayed. I was single, and we just I hooked up with this other guy who was returning, and we got rooms through our bags, and we never used a room. We were out partying the whole night until the next morning. We got on the plane, and we slept the rest of the time from Hawaii into Clark Field. So I've been to Hawaii 3 times, and it's always been at Honolulu. And it's I think the next time if I ever go, like if I got a ticket to go back to Hawaii, I would go to the Big Island. I wouldn't go to Honolulu. I've been there 3 times and stuff. There's probably more to Hawaii than just Honolulu. And but no, I think the only place I'd really want to travel to right now would be to go back to Italy and maybe visit the Vatican and go back to Milan. Milan is a gorgeous city. I was only there for a brief time when I ran the half marathon there back in I think that was 78, summer of 78. Yeah, I think it was the summer of 78. I ran a 13-mile through the streets of Milan. A gorgeous city. Gorgeous city. I'd like to go there because then I could hook up with Nazim, who lives over there, a good friend of mine from Haps days there. So what's the biggest plane you see? I'm not getting that on the rumble here, Big Juice. But what's the biggest plane you got a chance to fly on in the Air Force? The C-5. The C-5. I flew on that a couple times. That's a huge aircraft. It's a nice riding aircraft. I think it's a lot smoother than airlines and than a 747 actually, because you got the airplane, but the passenger side is back on the tail section up in the upper level. They can put I think it's like 75 to 100 people in that seating section. They had cargo down below. We weren't allowed to go down there, but we stayed up there. It's a full. They can configure it for personnel, but the C-5, it's a huge aircraft. I'm still amazed on how they can get something that large up. B-52 is pretty big too, but C-5 is just humongous. And Big Juice says, well, get your passport, save up piggy bank, and get your plane ticket. I don't think so. I don't foresee it anytime soon, Big Juice. I don't really, like I said, the travel back when I was younger, didn't care. Now that I'm older, I don't know that it might be. Just traveling on a commercial airline nowadays, I see what they have to go through. The last plane I was on was before all this stuff with TSA and all that stuff. And there's a reason to have that in place for security. Okay, I understand that. But the restrictions on how much luggage you can bring and all that, which I wouldn't bring a lot, but it doesn't entice. Back in the day, I'd love to fly. Get me on an airplane, go from point A to point B, no problem. But nowadays, I don't know. I would, but again, Italy would be the place if to answer that question for you, Big Juice. Okay, let's see what we got on the news dockets. We're going to be looking at Fox 40, WEBO, WNBF, WBNG, Fox Channel 34, WAAL, WENY, Channel 18 News, Penny Saver, 92.5 KGB, 104.1 The Kiss. We'll be looking at 106.5 country. Buffalo's #1 country up webpage, and Power 93.7 WBLK. Full disclosure, I have no association with any of these news radio entities. We are just presenting their articles on their webpage to give a picture of the southern tier and in the cases of Buffalo, New York State, okay, because there's a lot more to New York than just New York City, folks. I'll tell you that. New York City is an okay place to visit. I've been there a number of times in my lifetime, but New York State there's a lot more going on. And this right here in the southern tier, there's a lot going on too. So, let's see. Big Juice says, just pack one large rolling suitcase for 2 weeks. You'll be okay. I know I will, but just the time involved to travel, because especially, it's not too bad going from the United States to Europe because there's not really that much of a time change. But when you go from the East Coast over to the Pacific Rim, and we're talking Hawaii, Japan, down to especially Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, that time difference. It takes you back then. It took me 2 days to get used to it. Nowadays, because I'm older, it'd probably take me a week. I'd be half over with my vacation. I have to come back. That time difference is unreal. So, but okay, let's see what we have on Fox 40 as far as our news. Again, full disclosure, I have no affiliate. I have to say that I probably there's probably no requirement, but I just want make it known I have no association with any of these news agencies. I'm just a consumer of their articles that are online here. So let's see what we have on Fox 40. Let's see, we have new traffic signal in front of UE High School. Okay. Oh, here's something. This is for Owego.
Tonight,
Owego, New York. This is the Fields of Forgotten Fallen
there are more than 6
in Owego here, honoring those affected by veteran and military suicides, which there is quite a bit of that going on still. The veterans, they have, especially the ones returning from war zones and stuff like that, they have a rough time. But this is to honor something that they do every year here in Owego. And let's go ahead and check this one out. And it's in front of the county building here in Owego. Let's go ahead and squash that. Okay, and let's see. We'll bring that in. Here we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's bring this one in. And the young lady will let us know what's going on here.
Tonight, there are more than 600 flags planted at the county office building in Owego. Fox 40's TJ Eck tells us why.
September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and here at the county office building in Owego, there's a display on hand aimed at bringing attention to the matter amongst veterans and military personnel. 660 flags. That's how many are planted on the lawn of the county office building in Owego. It's called the Field of the Forgotten Fallen, and it'll be there through the month of September. The flags signify the number of veterans and military personnel who commit suicide every month across the nation. That includes Rick Neal's son, Tim, from Candor, a local veteran who also earned degrees from SUNY Delhi and Binghamton University. Rick was on hand today to talk about Tim and to help raise awareness about the tragic issue of veteran and military suicide.
Due to his sacrifice, and it is a sacrifice, hopefully we're getting some word out there that the help is there. Take your time, listen to them, try to help them as much as possible. And if you can't help them, find somebody in the area who can. The VA in this county has been exceptional.
What some of our servicemen and women have had to see and do, no human being should have to see and do. War is an illogical undertaking. We have to have a strong defense. We need these patriots to serve in the military. But when their time is done, we owe them our freedom. Therefore, we owe them our support.
Now, if you or someone you know is struggling and needs help, you're urged to call 988 and then press 1. Reporting at the county office building in Owego, TJ Eck, Fox 40 News.
Okay, so that's put out. Those flags are put out every year for the month of September for Suicide Awareness Month, and the veterans. It's just like I can't comprehend. It's hard to comprehend what goes through a person's mind that does that, and it's just like you can only feel for them and stuff. And there's veterans. I know some veterans that have ended their life and stuff like that, and it's they need somebody to talk to, and it's my heart's out to those people that do that sort of thing, because it takes a very unique individual to do that. And I just that's a reminder of those flags that are out there every September. And That's in front of the county building here in the Tioga County. That's the Tioga County Legislators building, and they do that every year. And we do have some veterans here in this county that have taken their lives as far as coming back from, and this is not, we haven't been in a war in years, since we got out of Afghanistan, but it's still the residual effect. It's still affecting people from Vietnam, still affecting people from the Gulf War and Afghanistan, and it's heart wrenching because they've done so much, and all it takes is them to be talking to somebody and be aware. So it's a very serious matter, and my hand goes out to those folks. And Big Juice says, "Yep, war could mess your head up for." Oh yeah, and you think I've never been in a war zone. I've been in the military for 20 years. I've had two nephews that were actually in combat. They were in the Iraq War. I never was in combat the 20 years I was in. But even people that serve, they're veterans too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a war, but just people in general. The suicide levels are still high in this country, the United States, and they're probably high worldwide. So it's one of those things that people don't like talking about, along with the effects of the world crisis, I would say, that we have on mental illness that we don't really recognize and stuff like that, and we should be aware of it. At least be there for somebody to talk to, and hopefully get somebody some help or something like that, to where they don't take their life, because we only live on this earth for a short amount of time and stuff. And to me, life is precious. Every single minute, every single second, as far as that goes. So good awareness there. Okay, let's see what else is on Fox 40. Starting it out there with a good one. Let's see. Something in my eye. That always brings a tear to my eye when I think about that. It can be. Oh, did you guys hear about this? Is this No, I'm not gonna say. No, we'll stay away from that. That's a little too That's too early to talk about that crap anyway. But there's something that happened that, well, I don't know. Let's see. Anything else on Fox 40? Oh, they got a new traffic light in the village of Endicott. Let's see what that.
And Endicott is
Let's see what that's about. Endicott, New York. That's the birthplace.
also bumping up.
That's the birthplace of IBM. But you got Endwell or UE Union of Endicott High School. There's a new traffic light. Let's see what the. It's always interesting. There's a new traffic light. What's the story about that? Let's see what that one's about here. Let's roll it as far as that goes. Here we go.
Is also bumping up traffic safety ahead of the back to school week. The police department announcing a new traffic signal located at the crosswalk in front of the high school at 1200 East Main Street. When pedestrians intend to enter the crosswalk, drivers will be alerted by a yellow caution signal, immediately followed by a steady red light. After about 7 seconds, the steady red light starts to blink red, similar to a blinking red light at an intersection. While blinking red, drivers must check all directions to ensure that it's safe to proceed. After several seconds, the flashing light will stop and all lights will turn off, indicating that drivers may proceed normally.
So there it is. That's that building off to the left of the sign here, the Endicott Welcome to the Village. That's the old Endicott Johnson Shoe Building, I think, that Union Endicott High School took over the school system. But Endicott, New York, is the birthplace of IBM, and which IBM is no longer in Endicott. They moved out years ago. And I had a chance to work there for 7 years, 9 years, 9 years total, 2 years for contract, but 7 years for actual IBM. I was an actual IBM employee working in Endicott, there at the Endicott plant when it was still operational. But nice little village. It's a little bit larger than a Wego, that's for sure. And but they have a new traffic light there near the high school, so that's an interesting story as far as that goes. So always like to promote. That's the streets of Endicott right there, folks. Nice little village. Um, okay, let's see. Roll the clip, Rich. Yep, we rolled the clip there, Big Juice. We rolled the clip. I don't know why your comments aren't. I'm reading your comments from my Surface 3 right here, but they're not coming up on the computer. So let's see what else we have. I think that's it for Fox 40. I don't think there's any more articles. Let's see. Let's just double check to make sure. Okay, let's go. Let's see. EBO, the whale. Let's see. Not really. That's on the national news. Let's see the local news. What do we got for local news? Anything? No, nothing on WBNG that pops out. WNBF. Oh, they talk about the traffic light, and they actually have a picture of the traffic light. Let's go ahead and show this. This is WNBF. They're out of Binghamton, but they're talking about the traffic light we just talked about here. And let's go ahead and bring that up. There it is. This is on WNBF about the traffic light from Bob Joseph. And he might have a video. Let me see. Let's read this. A newly installed pedestrian activated traffic signal is now operating in front of the Union Endicott High School in Endicott, New York. The system was put in place on East Main over the last several weeks at one of Broome County's most dangerous. This is one of Broome County's most dangerous crossings, they say. The speed limit around the high school is reduced to 20 miles per hour back in March 2021, 3 days after the State Department transportation worker erected new signs to alert motorists and speed restrictions. It's a veteran crossing guard was struck by a car and seriously hurt. The high school student walking to a football game was critically injured back on October 22nd at this intersection, or this crosswalk, after being struck by a vehicle. Village officials have been working for years to install the red light pedestrian system at the crosswalk. Endicott police have stepped up traffic enforcement in the area, and we do have a Bob Joseph thing. So there's the crossing right there with a crossing guard for the school. The speed limit is 20 miles an hour through that area. There's the traffic light itself, and here's Bob Joseph. Let's listen to Bob Joseph. He's from WNBF. He actually works there, folks, Bob Joseph. And let's see what he has to say.
Wait. Main Street.
That's the crosswalk he's showing us. Going over to the school. And we thank Bob Joseph for giving us this look of the new traffic light. There's the high school right across the street. And there's the crosswalk right there with the new red light. They never had that red light there before. So, and that's the high school, Union Endicott High School right across the street. And I think on the other side is the other part of the school system as far as that goes. So we thank Bob Joseph for that. And again, he works, he's an actual radio. He does a morning talk show there for that gives you an idea what's going on. He has people call in and stuff. He's somewhat, I don't know. I like him, but I don't like him, if you can understand that, stuff like that. So, but that's on WNBF. WNBF News Radio 1290 FM. Bob Joseph, he's been working it for quite a long time. He's an entity there. Let's see. Do we have anything else on WNBF? Let's see. And I'm not seeing anything. Talk about the traffic light. Okay. And that's sort of a local thing. Let's go ahead and go to channel 12, WBNG, and see what's over there. They talk about the fields of the forgotten. Let's go ahead and we saw that on Fox. Let's get another perspective from WBNG. The fields of forgotten fallen in Owego aimed to raise awareness for veterans suicide. The 660 American flags in front of the Tioga County office building represents the average number of veterans that die each month, as far as that goes. So let's go ahead and bring this one up and a second take on this article. Here we go.
Suicide Awareness Month, and for Tioga County, that means putting the focus on the struggles of veterans. 12 News' Daniel Curran visited an annual tradition the county hopes one day to discontinue.
It is more than just a field covered with American flags. The 660 star-spangled banners behind me represent the number of veterans that die each month by suicide nationwide. It's a number the Tioga County Veterans Service Agency is looking to bring awareness to.
It's all about awareness, and awareness brings prevention. And the impact is that we get people to engage with the veterans.
The Field of the Forgotten Fallen has been displayed outside the county office building each September for close to the last decade. County officials say in that time, veterans have been afforded better health care access and more incentive to ask for help when it is needed.
From when I became a legislator in 2016 till now, the growth in the ability to help has been immense.
Tioga County Director of Veterans Services Dennis Mullins says 10% of the county's population is made up of veterans. He believes this initiative is an important reminder that they are there to help.
These families exist in our community, and some of them hide in shame. They should not hide in shame. Their service was honorable.
One of those families was present at the Field of the Forgotten Fallen on Tuesday. Kanda resident and alum of SUNY Delhi and Binghamton, Captain Timothy Neild, served in Afghanistan before taking his own life in October of 2017 at age 37.
He had everything to live for. He's got a young daughter. She lives in Albany with her mother. She's a great athlete in school. She's an outstanding student. And the sad thing is that she never really got to know her father. He passed away when she was 5.
The display will remain at the county office building for the remainder of the month. Any veterans in need of assistance can reach the 24/7 Veteran Support Line by dialing 988 and pressing 1. Daniel Curran.
Okay, another take on the flags, 660 flags there out in front of the Tioga County Legislation Building, and to recognize and the fact that this is Suicide Awareness Month, and we have a lot of veterans. 10% of the county is veterans. I didn't know that. I'm one of that 10%, I guess. And we need to, and it'd be good that we don't have any suicide. I don't think that's it's not going to be done anytime soon. There's a lot of work involved, and a good clip there as far as that goes to bring awareness to what the month of September represents as far as to the veteran, as far as those that are in need of help and stuff like that. So it truly is a worthwhile thing to be mentioning and to be aware of as far as that goes. It's and I say that most respectfully as far as that goes, and because we don't need suicide. Just it's not a way to go as far as that goes. I just life is too precious, I guess, for me. I guess it just I can't wrap my head around somebody taking their own life. It just Okay, let's move on. Oh, okay, that's on WBNG there. Great article concerning that, also from Fox 40. Let's see, what else we got? Village of Owego discuss new stop signs at board meeting. That doesn't have a video, so we won't do that. Crews respond to a fire in town of Stanford. What's this about? Let's see what this is. Town of Stanford.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and see what this one's about here. Bring this up. There it is, and we'll start it out.
Yesterday, crews responded to a car on fire in the town of Stanford. According to the Deposit Fire Department, a car was being taken apart for parts when it caught on fire while being disassembled. The owner was able to extinguish the fire prior to first responders arriving on scene. Crews still checked to see if there was any smoldering debris and ensure the fire was out before they left.
Okay, we're back. So they had a vehicle. It looked like a vehicle fire of some sort as far as that goes. So let's see. What are you doing, Buggy? Come here. Come here. You're okay. What, you getting lonely? Huh? Want me to take a shower here? Let's see. This was in the town of Stanford, New York, which is, I guess it's here in the southern tier. I've never heard of Stanford. Deposit. Okay, it's over by Deposit. Fire department respond to reported vehicle fire. Okay, so it was a vehicle. The vehicle involved caught fire while being disassembled, but the owner was able to extinguish the fire before crews arrived. That's good. Nobody was hurt. The vehicle appeared to park in an area where there's tall grass, so we could have had a grass fire. They were looking for, so it's just a quick vehicle fire. Looks like it's an old boom truck of some sort from the picture there. Okay, so there we had a fire. Let's see. That's about it on that. Okay, let's see. We got. Come here, Buggy. What are you doing? Come here. You're a good girl. You're okay. Let's see. Anything on the whale? Oh, Roger Walters labels Ozzy Osbourne's career idiocy and nonsense. 6 weeks after Ozzy Osbourne's death, Roger Walters. Okay, I like Pink Floyd, but Roger Walters, why are you criticizing him? The guy is gone, for God's sake. He criticizes the heavy metal legend for bringing hundreds of years of criticizes the heavy metal legend for bringing hundreds of years of idiocy and nonsense into the culture, prompting an angry reply from Osborne's son, Jack. I would be pissed too. While speaking to the Independent Inc. podcast in a video embedded below, the Pink Floyd legend spoke about how pop culture features can distance people from important political issues. While role-playing as an unexpected person of power, he imagined how the process might work. How can we push this to one side? I know how to do it. Well, do it. We'll do it with Taylor Swift or Bubblegum or Kim Kardashian. This guy's a freaking nut. Roger Walters, man, I had respect after hearing this. I don't know. After switching out a character, Walters then brought Osborne into the conversation, or Ozzy Osbourne, who just died. Bless him in his whatever that state that he was in his whole life. We'll never know. Although he was all over TV hundreds of years with his idiocy nonsense. You're speaking idiocy nonsense, Roger Walters. But Rogers didn't stop there, moving on to attack Osborne's music. The music, I have no idea. I couldn't give an F. I don't care for Black Sabbath. I never did. I have no interest in. What the frick? Roger Walters is a dick. I'll say that. Why are you criticizing? Spoken with strict sticking his tongue out and doing an impression that looks like Gene Simmons than Osborne, and biting the head of chick. Well, that was a bad thing about Osborne. I don't know. But Jack Osborne accused Roger Walters of vomiting out bullshit. Good for Jack, stepping up for his dad. When informed that Osborne he should have been noted, he bit off the head of a bat, not a chicken. Pink Floyd legend was even more revolting. Oh my God, that's even worse. I don't know. Okay, give it a break. It's past history there. I mean, Walters is a dick. I'll call him that. I still like Pink Floyd music, but Roger Walters as a person is a dick. Osborne's son, Jack, was displeased with Walter's comments and hit back with the Instagram story message embedded, saying, "Hey, Roger Walters, F you. How pathetic and out of touch you become. The only way you seem to get attention these days is by vomiting out bullshit in the press. My father's always thought you were a C." So I guess Ozzy didn't think any highly of Walters either. So thanks for proving him right. Yeah, I guess he did. It's the second time in a week that one of Osborne's children have come to the defense of their father. Last week, WWE's Raw television show professional wrestler Becky Lynch attacked Osborne's hometown of Brighton, prompting his daughter, Kelly, to call her a disrespectful dirtbag. I think Walters is a disrespectful dirtbag. I'll keep it at that as far as that goes. So Roger Walters, you just lost yourself a fan there, man. The guy is dead. Give him some peace, for God's sakes. You're non-existent, so you gotta drag on. You're running the coattails of Ozzy Osbourne and criticize him like that. That's a dirtbag statement. So you're a dirtbag. I'll just leave it at that, folks. That's unreal. It's unreal. The guy passed away. Go Jack, go. I'm not a Jack Osborne fan. He's a little cool. But good for you for standing up for your dad there. I mean, the guy passed away, for Christ's sakes. Okay, that was on WAAL, which I don't normally, but that was an interesting article. I'll call out Roger Walters. He's, just because, okay, Pink Floyd, great music and stuff like that, but you as a person, you suck. Just leave it at that. Just let it go, man. Just let it go. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? I think that's it for the whale. Channel 34 here in Johnson City. What do we have? Oh, we have another article. Is this a video? If this is a video, yep. Here's another article on the Tioga County Promote Suicide Awareness for Field of Forgotten. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. And we got 3 stories on this. This is good. It's always good. This is Channel 34 that's bringing awareness to that. And let's see. What am I doing here? Okay, there we go. Bring this up.
September is Suicide Awareness Month, and the Tioga County Veterans Service Agency is promoting awareness through an exhibit that will stay up all month long. The Field of the Forgotten Fallen has 660 American flags on the lawn of the county office building, representing the 660 veterans and military members that commit suicide each month. That equates to 22 per day, 154 per week, and over 8,000 per year. Timothy Neild was from Candor and was a member of the National Guard for over 18 years and fought in Afghanistan back in 2013. He committed suicide 10 years ago, would have turned 45 this month. His father, Rick, says that the Department of Veterans Affairs has made progress in how it reacts to mental health struggles among service members.
There is help now, much more so than what there was then for Tim. Yes, it's sad that we lost him, but we're trying to educate people. The biggest thing that I found in this whole endeavor was when somebody comes back and they're asking for help, shut your mouth and listen.
Rick says he is a huge supporter of the Stop 22 mission, which aims to stop veteran suicide. Both his motorcycle license plate and road name are Stop 22. Tioga County Director of Veterans Services, Dennis Mullen, says that anyone, regardless of military status, can reach out to his office if they need help. Those looking to get involved in Stop 22 can also reach out to Mullen at mullend@TiogaCountyNY.com.
So another news article to bring attention to the field of the forgotten fallen. That we shouldn't forget them, as far as that goes. So that's another good article, perspective of something they're doing here in Owego for the month of September for Suicide Awareness Month. Okay, let's see what else we got on Channel 34. That's I think that's going to be a cover art picture of that. Let's see, we got that one. Let's see, we got local news. Let's see, what do we got in local news? Anything more? And that's it for that. Okay, let's go to WENY. Let's see if they have an article. They might have an article on this. Let's see. Yes, they do. Let's go ahead and bring that right up out of the gate here. WENY. They have a news article on the Forgotten Fallen display in Owego. 660 flags that represent the average amount of veterans that commit suicide per month. Let's go ahead and see what this one's about now. Give you an overall perspective of as we start this new month, which is Suicide Awareness Month. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this one up.
Well, September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and Tioga County, New York is continuing its tradition to honor veterans who have lost their lives to suicide.
And WENY's Scott Brubaker went to the field of the Forgotten Fallen today, and he tells us what the display means to families of fallen heroes.
The field behind me displays 660 American flags to represent veterans who take their lives every month. Now, officials in Tioga County, New York, are hoping to bring awareness to the issues that veterans face every day. 22 people. That's how many veterans and active service members are estimated to die by suicide each day. The Tioga County Veterans Service Agency is doing something to honor these lives lost.
We ask these people to serve the nation, fight our wars, and then come home and step back into civilian life like nothing ever happened. Well, it's very difficult.
A veteran himself, Dennis Mullen is fighting to provide help for veterans and service members. Dennis says he's fighting every day at the agency to bring resources to those in need.
When you say this doesn't happen here, it does happen here. There are two families here that represent this growing problem.
Rick Neild lost his son, Captain Timothy Neild, to suicide in 2017. Rick says he'll continue to advocate for the mental health of veterans and service members.
The biggest thing that I found in this whole endeavor was when somebody comes back and they're asking for help, shut your mouth and listen. Try to help them in every way that you possibly can.
Officials say there has been progress with any vet having free access to mental health resources, but they say there's still a long way to go.
We need to have a celebration one day where we're celebrating that this field is not put up every year.
If you or anyone you know are struggling, you're encouraged to call the National Suicide Hotline at 988. And the Tioga County Veterans Services Agency says they're willing to help anyone who's struggling, whether they're a veteran or not.
And that's good. Don't have to be a veteran. They're helping people that there's quite a few people, quite a large amount of people that are in that situation, and you have to have the resources to get through this, and that's good. And I like what the gentleman said when someone's talking about suicide, you just shut up and listen, because that's what the person wants. I think I've heard that more than a number of times and stuff like that. So a good cross section of news articles on that particular subject, and I think it brings it to a full blunt of the meaning of that. Okay, let's see what else we have. We did Forgotten Fields. And I think that's it for that. What time you're going to breakfast this morning? Then what time? In an hour?
I'll probably leave a little after 9. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's when I'll go out for my walk, though, when you leave, because we're going to be running a little bit later here. We're at 2 hours right now, and I'm not in no hurry, folks. We started early, so the missus going. She's got a breakfast date with her girlfriends there, so I'm on my own this morning here. So let's see, Channel 18. Anything on Channel 18? Speaks out after violence. Oh, this is a follow-up. Is this? No, that there's no. Oh, is there video? Hershey Park hero speaks out after saving boy from monorail track. Oh, this is on Channel 18 out of Elmira, NBC affiliate. Let's go ahead. We brought the story the other day there, I guess over the weekend at Hershey Parks. There was a child that was walking on the monorail. Thank God the monorail wasn't running, but he was way up and everybody was freaking out and stuff like that. This is a follow-up story here on Channel 18 News, and we'll see what this one's about here as far as that goes. And let's see. Let's see what this was. This is about here. I hope this is a video. There's the article right there. Hershey Park hero. I guess he's the one that nabbed the kid. We'll go ahead and bring this one up and start it.
Walking along the monorail tracks in Hershey Park this evening. According to park officials, the child was reported separated from his parents just after 5 p.m. While the park team was looking for him, the child entered a secured area for the monorail. The ride was closed with a chain at its entrance and barricaded at the platform. Another guest was quick to help guide the child to safety. The child was reunited with his family unharmed. In a statement, park officials say in part, quote, "We remain committed to maintaining the highest levels of guest safety throughout Hershey Park."
Back. I guess that didn't say anything about. Let me see what this story has.
The Cumberland County Sheriff.
Okay, let's see. The Hershey Park hero is speaking out after saving a little boy who had wandered onto the monorail. John Sampson, a veterinarian and father of 3, was vacationing with his family at Hershey Park on August 30th when he spotted the young boy walking high above the ground on the monorail. Sampson gave ABC News his perspective as a viral, adrenaline-filled rescue. Hershey Park officials had said the boy entered the non-operational section of the monorail area and was allegedly barricaded. The boy stood in the station for about 20 minutes before walking on the rail, a representative said. A kid walking on the monorail was observed, obviously panic kind of sets in a little. Simpson remembered, when you have that kind of dad instinct, it doesn't matter if it's your kid or not. It's a child. You want to make sure they're safe as possible. Sampson ran onto the roof of a concession stand and beckoned the boy over before hopping onto the monorail track himself. viral video of the rescue of him. And when I finally got him in my arms, honestly, there was no words said, Samson. I was just mumbling, "I'm so happy I got you. You're okay. You're okay." So I was reassuring the boy. So that's a good story. Could have. Just glad he wasn't injured. He said he later spoke to the boy's parents and had a nice conversation and got a nice thank you. He told ABC News officials at Hershey Park had previously said the child separated from his parents shortly after 5. Parents, you need to put leashes on your kids if you have to. We are grateful for the vigil of our guests and the swift response of our team, and we remain committed to maintain the highest level of guest security. Well, have somebody up there to make sure nobody gets on that monorail. So that's sort of a follow up. I guess the guy his dad instincts reacted into. That's the words. Just a follow up on that. Let's see. Do we have anything else on channel 34? Not seeing anything. Okay, so let's see. Let's see on the Penny Saver. What do we got on Penny Saver? Nothing on the Penny Saver that I see. Let's see what. Okay, even the Penny Saver has an article on the Stop 22. Let's check that out. This is over on Penny Saver. You can go to OwegoPennySaver.com. I have no affiliation with OwegoPennySaver.com, but this article is the one we've been keying in on this broadcast. And there it is. It's on the Penny Saver, Stop 22 and Field of Forgotten. The Tioga County Veteran Service Agency and Tioga County will recognize the month of September as Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month. To promote awareness, they will be once again unveiling the Field of Forgotten Fallen. The flags there, 660 flags. They started on the lawn there of the county building on Main Street here in Owego. The exhibit will remain throughout the month to bring attention to the national tragedy that is veteran and military suicides. Dennis Mullen, Tioga County Veteran Service Agency Director, stated that all are welcome to attend, and we had videos of that ceremony here from the Fox 40, WBNG, and WENY out of Elmira. In addition to speakers being scheduled for the event, Mullen is asking all who witnessed this display, whether traveling or walking, to say a prayer and take a quiet moment of reflecting about the burden our military veterans undergo once they return home. Not all wounds are visible, said Mullen. We ask everyone to also keep the fallen veterans' loved ones in their prayers and thoughts, because the family members of these veterans that commit suicide, they take a lot and stuff like that. 22 veterans, military members a day commit suicide. That's 154 per week, 660 per month, and 8,030 per year. That's just veterans and military members. Okay, there's a whole bunch more of other regular civilians. So the exhibit is designed to raise awareness about the issue of veteran military suicide. And we thank Mr. Dennis Muller and the county legislators, and as far as to put this reminder out, because it is a good reminder. It's good to be reminded of things as far as that goes. So, okay. So that's on the Owego Penny Saver. OwegoPennySaver.com, just to give them a plug. That's a weekly thing. I pick up the Penny Saver every Sunday for the missus. I missed this last weekend because I was live streaming, so she ended up going up getting it. Let's see, WKGB. Let's see, what do we have? Nothing over at WKGB. Let's see, do we have anything there? No, nothing on WKGB. What about KISS 105? Nope, they talk about the Union. They got the article. They got the same articles on KISS 104 as WNBF. Let's see, heading up to Buffalo, Niagara, Buffalo area on Buffalo's number one for new country, country 106.5 WYRK. I don't think I listened to their music, but I know I listened on this channel to some Bills games. Talking about Buffalo, they got some articles of the Buffalo Bills. And nothing there that pops out. And let's see, anything on Power 93.7, the People Station up there in Buffalo. Nothing pops out. Let's see, does this article? Let's see. No. Okay, there's nothing there. And I think that's about it, folks, for what we have for the broadcast. No more. And we've been on for 2 hours and 14 minutes, coming up on 2 hours and 15 minutes. And what have we learned? I'm not a Roger Walters fan anymore. He's a dick. I'll call him that. I'll call him out. I'll say what it is, okay? He's a dick. Freaking guy passes away and you freaking piss on his grave, for God's sake. That's a sign of you're not a good person. You're not kind. I don't care how good your music is. You're a freaking dick. I said it. That's why I have this broadcast is not for children, because I do have my moments, folks, and I'll call it for what it is. Okay, let's see. With that, I think we're about done here. I gotta get ready for a walk. I'm gonna have some breakfast before I go out for a walk, and such. And I did broadcast yesterday morning. I might do that again here. Yesterday we did an hour and a half of PUBG. I might do an hour and a half of Lord of the Rings or something. Now maybe I might do something else. I might do something an hour. I got that an hour and a half. The missus is going to be gone all morning and stuff like that, so I'll have some time. And I don't think I did the wash. I did the wash yesterday, so I don't have to do the wash today. So we'll figure out something for just for a quick hour and a half there before I go do my PUBG Battlegrounds gaming playing session there with my good friend over in Scotland, Wingnut, and stuff. We had a pretty good session yesterday. We not too many cheats. The cheats are there. They can be. Last week they were off the hook for a couple of days and stuff. I was ready to hang the game up. That's how bad it got. These last couple of days we've been having some good games. We've been having some. I judge it if we stay in the game for at least between 16 to 24 minutes. 24 minutes, you're in the. I think we got into the top 3, top 4. In the top 10 a couple times and stuff like that. We're still looking for that chicken dinner for this season. We got one last season. We should get. Now I've gotten chicken dinners. Yesterday I got a chicken dinner when I broadcast, but that's going against bots. The majority when I play, for me that's practice. Okay, so those chicken dinners don't really count as much as they count, but they don't mean that much to me as much as having a chicken dinner with a teammate. And Wingnut is a great teammate. He can play the game, folks. He is an outstanding player and stuff. Sometimes he gets more frustrated than he should, but he is a great. He just wants to play, and he encourages me. I'm very thankful that I'm able to play every day with him and stuff like that. It's fun. If the game sucks with all the cheats, it's still fun because I'm hanging out with a good guy that we have some good discussions before and afterwards and stuff like that. So we have some great conversations, and I do appreciate that aspect of us getting together online each afternoon here to play some PUBG Battlegrounds, but also to talk about some other things as far as what's going on. He's enlightened me to a lot of things that are going on over there in the UK. It's like, holy crap, how come I haven't seen that in the news? But that goes to show how squashed and condensed that, okay, that's over there. Like there was a news article that broke yesterday, and I'll just keep it in general. I guess there was an individual. He was I can't remember what his name was. But at any rate, he returned from Arizona to the UK, and he had 5 armed officers that arrested him for 3 posts that he made on X. I'm not going to go into what the posts were, but I read the post. It's like, you got arrested for that? And they treated him like he was a terrorist, from what the article is saying. I think this is the Irish Times, or one of the newspapers over there. I read it online, and I'm like, because the only reason I went to the article, because it was on the local the TV news here in the States, and we don't usually get that type of news. And what it basically, in my opinion, on that article, just to keep it general, it was a squashing of freedom of speech. So there's a big problem in England, the UK, I should say, of that, and that's wrong. I don't agree with a lot of people's speech here in this country, but we do, as long as it's not hurting somebody, it's freedom of speech. As much as I don't like it, and I know, I think President Trump signed an executive order that you can get in trouble federally for burning a flag, as far as that goes. Hey, Double J's, you're in the house. Hey, I see you there. Did you come in earlier? Did I miss you on the comments? Okay, that's your first. What's that, Double J's? Let's see. I don't know this. First time hearing this in the UK. Yeah, it came out yesterday, and I usually I don't get news from the UK. Let me see if I can bring up. He got arrested for his X post. Let me get. I'm going to find his name for you. It's the creator of Father Ted, Graham Linehan. Okay, one particular section of the community and stuff like that worldwide. He probably spoke his opinion. They didn't like it. Okay, and it is his opinion, but he didn't. And I'm not going to go into details, okay? Because, but the article is concerning him. I think his freedom of speech was impaired. It caused him to get his anxiety kicked in, and he was taken to the hospital because his blood pressure just raised, because he couldn't believe what was going on. And it's something that came on the news, so I looked in the new online and stuff, and sure enough. But just look up Double J's. Look up outrageous. Was it Father Graham Linehan? Linehan. He's the creator of Father Ted. He was arrested and treated as if he was a terrorist. He had 5 armed officers after traveling 10 hours from Arizona at Heathrow Airport. And I'm like, there's other things going on in the UK. I know you know that, Double J's, okay? Because as far as you mentioned some stuff before. But I ended up telling Wingnut, and Wingnut didn't know, and then he found out and said, oh my God. That's what I'm saying. There's some news that comes over from the UK that I'm going, what the hell's going on? And then they try to keep it quiet over there in the UK. I am against the squashing your freedom of speech. In this case, it was. Okay. It might not be agreeable to a certain section of the community, and they have some but I have a lot of disheart on what a lot of people say, but it's still their freedom of speech. Come on now. So you might want to check that out. Stuff. Damn, India is not bad. Then you can express your opinion. There you go, Double J's. Yeah, as much as Double J's is in the house, he's at an undisclosed location. His home country is India. We appreciate Double J's being here because let's see. And let's see, historical laws are similar to the UK laws. Yeah, but once you read that article, you'll see what I'm talking about. I think they overstepped the bounds. When you get 5 armed officers to arrest you for 3 tweets, it's like, come on. Yeah, Indian laws, it's probably different. Yeah. And there's something going on in the UK. and some of the stuff that some of the stuff that Wingnut has told me, Double J's, I'm like, are you serious? How come I haven't heard about that? And he says, well, it's the press over here. They don't let it go and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff. I wish the best for the people of the United Kingdom and stuff, but you got to have your freedoms. You can't be, when you put up 3 tweets and you have 5 armed guards. I'm like, are you serious? I couldn't believe I was watching this on the news. I thought they were joking, and then it's like, wait a minute, they're not joking. So that was something that dropped yesterday. So you might want to check that up, Double J's. It's just a continuation of what's going on over in the UK. So, all right, we're going to leave it there. Double J's, good seeing you. Good seeing you, Double J's. Thank you for stopping in, as always, and stuff, my friend. Double J's, he's a regular contributor here on the chat. When he comes in and he has times, he's at an undisclosed location, that I like to say, but don't tell me Double J's in the Southern Hemisphere. I like having you as that person from an undisclosed location. It gets me. What? Oh, Fireman Rich must know some important people. Thank you, Double J's, for being here as we end our broadcast. As far as that goes, so I want to say thank you to Double J's for being here. I want to say thank you, Tony D. Get your 6th pick in. You didn't give me your Monday night pick, my friend. But thank you, Tony D, for being here. My brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you, Tina. Tina, our Jersey girl, was here. Thank you, Tina, for being here. Thank you, Deplorable. Deplorable is here, coming in from the northern tier of Pennsylvania, out on the northwest of the northern tier of Pennsylvania there, just across the border from Olean. Thank you, Captain Rehab, coming in from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Glad to have you here, my friend. Thank you for your picks also. Thank you, Big Juice, for being here. Glad to have you here. And as far as that goes, coming in from the Buckeye State of Ohio. Let me make sure I have everybody. And Double J's was the last one to come in on the chat there. So we're all cut up. And Double J says, okay, catch you on the next. Take care. You take care, Double J's. Thank you very much for being here. And I think with that, we're complete. I want to say thank you for the folks that were in the broadcast. We have 6 people total on what Rumble Studios is sound. We have 1 person on. You can see it up here. We have 1 person on Rumble. We have 2 people on Locals. 2 people on Locals. Thank you, Locals. 1 person on YouTube. Thank you, the YouTube viewer. 2 people on Twitch. Nobody on Facebook. And then over on X Live, I have to go to the tab. We have 6 people on X Live. Thank you. With the 6 people we have up here total, that means we have 12 people viewing right now. Let me check Kick, because we don't get the numbers for Kick. Usually at the end of the broadcast. Yep, we have our 2 viewers over on Kick. Thank you, Kick. Glad to have you here, and appreciate the views. Thank you very much. And and those people that were watching and on the watching, thank you very much, that weren't in the chat, as well as thank you to those folks that were that watch on the replay, and also those that listen to the audio replay over there on Spotify. At Fireman Rich on Spotify, folks. Just search for at Fireman Rich on Spotify. But I am Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich, here on Rumble, as well as over there on X. That's my mainstay for posting on social media feeds. I'm on a lot other social media feeds. Just Google at Fireman Rich, and you'll see where I'm at. And I do appreciate all your views. It really means a lot. Thank you very much as far as that goes. But with that, you all have a great Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. We're working towards the weekend, and we'll get there. So you have a great Wednesday. Tomorrow on Spotify, and then we'll be back here Friday for the Friday morning coffee. So you all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Ciao for now. Thanks again. Take care, Double J's.